Hi there, I'm Dr. Greta, here to help you level up your game and your golf know-how. Question for you, do your putts oftentimes come up short? And if you're a right-hander, to the right of the hole and to the left of the hole if you're a lefty? If so, you may very well be slicing your putts. Fear not, we've got the recipe to help you fix it all, so stay tuned. So many of you may not even be aware of the fact that you can slice your putts. Think of it no differently than we would for our airborne shots, right? What happens on a slice is the club comes out and strikes the ball from out to in and giving it that curvature, right? Whichever way based on your dexterity. It's no different from the putt. The club face comes on and it gets it out to in, and that's what gives it that arc that doesn't allow that putt to drop in and probably comes up short because of it not catching it squarely. Now in the fairway it can be a bit more dramatic per se because we're dealing with longer distances, but no more frustrating because we're so close to the hole with those putts, right? We want to get it in. So we've got to figure out what's going on to create that slice on those putts. The biggest thing that's going on for many of us is that as we strike the putt, we're lifting our head and rotating our torso to try to see and watch the putt. Now, watching our shots is one of the great and fun things about golf. We want to be able to enjoy our shots, but doing so pulls the club. And in this instance, it pulls the putter face for that out to in brushing versus that square contact. And again, for those righties, that's why the ball would go to the right of the hole, outside, and oftentimes coming up short. Now you might be saying, well, Dr. Greta, that sounds like a pull. It's not a pull. It would be a pull if this putter face was square, but most of the time with that rotation, the putter face is going from here to here. And so it's not square, and hence we have the slice. If we think about the world's best golfers, we can picture them in their putting stance. And as they strike the putt, they learn to swivel their head and then utilize their eyes to see. They don't turn their torso. So again, we get to enjoy the shot. We just can't alter the shot through the rotation of the body prematurely. We've got to remember that a stable body is the key to consistency out on the fairways, but especially on the greens. And again, so I know you might be thinking, well, Dr. Greta, why does it matter if I begin turning my torso after the strike? Because you're actually not beginning the turn after the strike. The club and the ball are still together, and so you're rotating and thus clearly affecting the face of the putter and thus the glancing blow or the lack thereof that the ball gets to enjoy, and thus affecting the stroke. So we have to remember that we can move, but after contact, and we don't want to lift that head. That's the killer that gets so many of us out there on the greens. So the one big takeaway for today is this: we want to stay down and keep still as we move through the putting motion, okay? So I've got two great simple drills to help you do that. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we are practicing this in my home, but you can practice this anywhere on the practice green at your club or your local practice facility, wherever. But the first drill is a nice simple one, and it's gonna help us to see and feel how our shoulders and upper body and arms just kind of work together. And if we to create a smooth stroke, if we get that out to in, we'll begin curving. But it's gonna show us some things here. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna just focus on a simple putt, short one, 3 feet, a 3-foot putt, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the club with one hand. So for me, as a left-handed golfer, I'm going to only hold the club with my right hand, and I'm going to put my left arm right behind my back, kind of like this, okay? Now you can do that a variety of ways. You can keep it to your side, or kind of on your hip or something like that. I just find that putting it behind my back is nice and easy and comfortable. And so here's the deal. What we will find out is this: if this left shoulder stays down, the putter head will go right toward the hole of the target. So that's what we want to work on here in this drill. Again, this one's not about sinking putts. It's about getting our technique in good stead so we can level up our game, right? So here we go. Let's see, so about 3 feet. And again, I'm a lefty, so I'm going to hold it with this right hand, and I'm going to put it right behind my back. Here we go. So you notice right there, the putter went straight to the target area and the ball went right into the target area. That would be the hole, which means that I did a pretty good job in keeping this left shoulder down and helping to make the putt. Now, the next way to work with that same drill is if you choose to choke down a little bit more, and it kind of gives us that feeling of anchoring. Now, we know that anchoring has been banned by the governing bodies around the world because it gives an unfair advantage. But here, as we're learning and developing our skills, it's a great way to feel how the putter and the arm should really work as one, okay? So now in this second drill, it's kind of about focus or distraction, or however you want to view it. It's really simple, but it's really effective. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a ball marker, or here I just have a penny, and I'm going to put it directly behind the ball. And during my putting stroke, my mission is to stay solely focused on this penny or marker. Now, what that does again is it keeps me just for that split second long enough to remain focused on that spot so that I don't, guess what, rotate out of that putting stroke as we've been talking about. So again, by the time I'm done focusing here, it'll be perfectly fine to swivel my head, but I won't be lifting up into the shot. So let's give it a try here. Again, so I'm gonna go about 5 feet out, so put it right here, and it's right behind the ball. Just as if you were out on the course and you mark the ball, that's right behind it, okay? So here we go. And that shot went right into the hole. So again, staying focused just for that second longer really helps me to not rotate the torso and puts me in a position where after the stroke, I'm perfectly fine with swiveling my head to see that ball go in the hole. Now with youth, these drills will be really helpful in helping you to remember to just keep that head down and only after impact, swiveling to watch. But we aren't going to turn that torso, right? So, see you in the next video.